people? How are you this evening? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm feeling that energy. So this is Out Loud Huntsville, and I think that it's been said for a long time. This is the part where you get loud. Shivers, baby. Shivers. Yeah, so we have a 20-spot open mic. That list filled up in just a couple of minutes in a flash. So we have a lot of eager poets for you this evening. So presumably there's going to be some good stuff happening here. So why don't we just get started with your first reader, Josh.
Okay, so I'm only doing this because Jason asked people last month to maybe bring something creepy due to Friday the 13th. Content warning for some language, slight sexual references, and little necrophilia. This is skeleton fucker.
Years ago on All Hallows Eve, I had a craving for an old bone and the heights of depravity. So I ventured out to yonder graveyard and wandered about the sepulchres in Yarrow until I found my mark, a dust-bit heading claiming love for each tomorrow's sunrise, with its faded engraving. I should say, you see, it's not a crime for bits of passion to take us to Blighty, but a renaissance of love through fresh-dug journeys. And dig I did, until I brushed hollow panes to see my beloved's skull in her yellowed death shroud. I upgraded her frail corpse, sewed structure with twine, but I found a small problem in the ways of her behind. A coccyx is far too hard for a cock, you see. But a thought struck me in the loath of despair. Upon my nightstand stood skin-like salvation, self-use sphincters and vaginal recreations, soon to be sutured to the base of my dearest's spine. But once morning and I both came, I lamented the night and hid my shame in the rafters of the garage. Until much later, when it was time to move, I posted her for sale, love sewn and lightly used, in hopes of a purveyor such as you. So, do we have a deal?
Everyone's awake out there, I trust. Yeah, so a couple of things that I should mention to everyone. That's the first thing. We do appreciate some content warnings. We are not here to censor you. You have this free space to say what is in your mind and in your heart. However, this is an all-ages event, so, you know, if you're going to say some stuff that's a little bit heavy, a little dark, maybe give a little warning so that anyone who does not want to be here for that can step out for a second. The other thing I need to tell you, I did mention that's our cameraman, we are live streaming this to Facebook. So, if you are going to read and you do not want to show up on Facebook, you don't want to be seen, just let us know. We'll bump you towards the end of the list, and you won't be filmed. Okay, time for your second reader, Haley.
Hi friends, first things I wanted to say was thank you guys for your vulnerability, being here and bringing pieces of yourself. And also for those who don't read, thank you for being here to witness that vulnerability. We appreciate it. I don't have a title, but I feel it doesn't need one. Fetal position, failure to thrive, hollow chest, shallow breaths, branching arms chopped to bits, cannot wreath or intertwine with accents. So they vine, suffocating my own rotten trunk, thundered with sobs of salt rain. Rockabye baby, falling autumn leaf, for her own broken boughs could cradle her no longer. In the landing, the sweet embrace returned to earth to the leaves who left, now warm together, surrounded. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley. And I believe that was your first time. So everyone, you know what to do for first time? We love first timers here. Please keep coming back. So one more thing I should mention to you, and I promise I'll shut up about rules after this. We do have a 3-minute time limit for this so that we can fit 20 people on here. I'm pretty sure you didn't quite go over the time limit, so I think we're good there. But if anyone should go over the time limit, a fellow over here is just going to play some really terrible music. And we're all going to have to hear it, and you'll feel a little bit of guilt in your heart that you've done that to this room. It's not us doing it. Please understand. Wow, that sounds manipulative. I'm going to let someone else use this microphone. Next up is Mary.
Three screens: your phone, your mind, and the human in front of you. The three screens are always with me. Google is my friend to answer those questions floating in my mind about the people in front of me. How much time do we spend with each screen? How do we spend more time off of our phones and out of our minds with the people in front of us? The human in front of you shows you more of the human inside of you. And that's what I want to be. That's the screen I want to see. Tears. They come slowly rolling down my cheek. Sadness in my throat, in my chest. Emptiness in my stomach. Emotional tears. Sadness for her, sadness for them. My throat has something to say. I reach into the emptiness. I reach for my gut, where my intuition resides. Emotional release. Looking for empathy. What I want for her, what I want for all my kids. What do I fill it with? Emptiness. Tears. A bridge to connect me to my body, to my emotions, to this autopsy. To be loved, to be heard, to discover herself, to be an honest, kind, loving human that contributes to this world. Compassion, energy, love, intention, hope. When I'm disconnected, my body sends my mind signals to do an emotional autopsy.
Thank you, Mary. And so you might have noticed we have this nice big room here with a lot of tables and seating and order food and drinks. We're super grateful to Straight Ale for letting us have this space once a month. So speaking of food and drinks, there is someone here to serve those things. So if you want to get some of that, let them know. And please tip them very well. They are keeping us sounding, and then they have a couple drinks they call them. They really different. So take advantage of that. Next up, we have Sadie.
The ground is sharp like knives, the trees are hunched and brittle, the sun is yellow and dead. This is the end of the world. The stars no longer shine, the moon no longer lights up the night. This is the end of the world. The plants have turned brown, frozen, and dead, with no sign of life or water. This is the end of the world. The wind has turned dusty and thick. This beautiful planet has turned dark and gloomy. This is the end of the earth. Our beautiful earth is gone, and so are we.
Thank you, Sadie. Is it your first time here with us? One more time. Man, it's so cool to watch somebody share something for the first time. I love it. If you're a first timer, let us know, because we want to give you that extra applause, and it feels good to hear, so let us know. Your next reader is Sophia.
I'm also a first timer. This is called Am I Really? I don't think there's any content warnings I should add, but just a general warning. In general. Warnings. Yeah. Am I really? Am I really Mexican if I can't speak Spanish? Am I really a lady if I don't wear skirts and flat shoes? Am I really a man if I shed tears because I get so overwhelmed over the simplest things? How could I be an original person if I'm just one of so many others with almost the same problems as me? Am I really a good person if I walk faster at night every time a person stares at me a bit too long? Should I choose the easy route and just be a follower, waiting for these people who don't even know me to unzip my skin and treat me like some worthless doll? I am. I am the decaying structure of the social norm that I was told to fit into because I was afraid of being called different. I am the scissors that cut my way through thick skin and shiny pink fabric. I am all the nights that I decided I wasn't going to eat because I was afraid of how others said I would look. I am the 9 inches of hair that I cut off because I felt uncomfortable in my own skin. I will be better than what they say and assume. I will be my own person because I know if I were to fade into those blurry lines of society, I will be long gone by now. I will be who I decide to be, and I will not break under the harsh rules that I have been told to fit into. I will stand up for my friends and their voices because I know that if they can't, that I will. I will be the best person that I can be, so my little sister will have someone to look up to and lean on. I will be that person. I am.
First time, keep it going, keep it going. I've heard a couple of little snaps in the distance on that. You hear something you like, let them know. Snap, say something, call out. When you're up here and you're reading and you're like, oh shit, I'm about to say some real stuff about myself and I don't know how people are going to feel about it. You can get those, it's empowering. So help our poets out. You hear something you like, let them know. Next up we have Crystal N. I'm sorry, I kind of had it. Next up we have Emma Rose and then Crystal N.
If I ask very quick. Nice.
I'm leaving more messages on red. The words are too hollow to merit a response. When their comfort is disrupted, they view you as a volcano. Their response is either fear or a snapshot from a safe distance. The spectators creep in with intentional words to get a close peek, but stay miles back from the truth lest it rupture their own dormant volcano. Don't become bitter. The words are accompanied with a broom.
I've beaten the dust from my rug so ruthlessly that my lungs hurt from the inhaled smut. I'm tired. I'm tired of cracking my door to have someone else slam it in my face. They don't want me unless I sweep the dirt back under the welcome mat. The latches and locks sit in my cart. I consider the life of an agoraphobic. I swear they want bitterness. The story of an angry, bitter daughter, it looks nice in a prayer request. Maybe I'll learn to open my door for the friend in grief. I'll bar it for the stranger they've become. I cracked the door tonight, and they left before I could answer it. I'm locking up for the night to mourn another stranger. Why the fuck do they insist on a shell? Go to the damn beach to collect your decor. You made enough of them to fill every dusty corner. Nothing has prepared me to feel disposable, and it shifted my brain chemistry. I find myself analyzing my children's faces. I never wanted emotion to go unrecognized. I wish my love was big enough to protect them from ever having their passion treated as a natural disaster. Being misused as such doesn't make you that which they fear. They hit me because they chose to view me as a volcano instead of wondering, what made the lava hot? This one doesn't have a name. It's okay. There's a churning in my gut, bubbling, hurling up. Ironically, crumble and fall. Light bulbs dim before they blow. I don't know, but I've felt this before. Intuition knocking at my door. It lays a welcome mat at my feet, whispering, it's okay to accept defeat. But it's not defeat if I never wanted to win. Competitive spirits never kept a friend. To want love easily returned, I forgot to factor in trauma learned. That wraps and pulls my friend in bed. I shook and tried to rouse their weary head. I know I'm patient and that I'm kind, but it's not enough to give sight to the blind. I guess light bulbs dim before they blow. I don't know, but I'm tired of a one-way street. I guess it's okay to accept defeat.
Thank you. So I'm sure you've all noticed that I am wearing this stylish, sleek, cool festival shirt bearing our beautiful logo. I can tell you from experience, you feel way more attractive when you're wearing one of these things. So you're probably wondering now, well, how do I get one of these magical shirts? Easy. You become a member. These are member shirts. Now we do have, if you're not ready to make that commitment, we do have shirts on our little generous cart here with our merch. You can buy, but the black shirts, that's members only. So if you want to become a member, it's $20. You get a discount on our anthology. You get a shirt. You get access to our Discord. You get some special events. We have a workshop coming up on the 29th of this month where we're going to work on poems of the moment. So a lot of cool stuff. And if you are a member, you probably got an email about that today. So stay tuned for those things. Anyway, membership. If you're interested, come talk to us afterwards. Your next reader is Crystal Penn.
He never looks at me anymore. My body is undesirable to him. He just stands there as motionless as I, puffing on his tiny cigarettes. He always dresses for an occasion when there are none. Slick back hair and a tailored suit are his only attire. I swear he wears a bed. It's a wonder he doesn't smell. During the day, his hobby is staring out the gaping window. It lets no happiness in, for he seems to stand watch.
making sure not one smile should blow through and catch a face. Reading is my hobby. It helps me escape into a wondrous place where there are no overworn tailored suits, no tiny cigarettes, and no gaping, melancholy windows. Only now and then do I peep up to see where I truly am. Regretfully, I cannot stay in my fantasy world forever. I look over the tarnished, dusty vanity mirror, suffering from loneliness too. I should clean it. Only when the shadows begin to creep through the gaping window does he finally bow his head and sidle into the dining room to eat his cold, stale meal. By that time, the dishes have been washed and put away in the squeaky cabinets. The only time he looks at me is when he hears my muffled footsteps climbing the steep, narrow staircase to bed. From the table, he glimpses my heels as they disappear behind the wall. I know this because I can feel his eyes penetrating me, shooting tingles throughout my aged body. Never does he come to my bed, our bed. I'm not certain where he sleeps, if he even does. Perhaps the chair by the window where I read and watch him stare, or perhaps in front of his uneaten meal, which will undoubtedly be thrown out of that gaping window come morning, landing where he fell 13 long years ago.
I do love a good twist. One more time for a first-time reader. I forgot to mention, this mic is tall. If you want to adjust, there's a little handle right here. You can go bam, like this, and then get it right where you want it. It's great. It's very fun. You can do it, that extra time, just kind of like go up and down a little bit. So I mentioned we have a card here with some merch. We have, and if you're a new person, you may want to hear this, an anthology in here where you can get your work published. Every year we'll take from our community. The only requirement is that you have read that piece in that year at one of our events. We'll take up to 3 pieces from you, and we sell our anthologies over here. So you can find anthologies dating from years back in here. We've also got some notebooks, we've got some t-shirts, we got some little pins here, those are nice too. We got some other books. Check out our merch afterwards. We would be happy to sell you some things to keep our little humble nonprofit going. Okay, your next reader is Jason.
Shout out to my electromagnetism professor, Dr. Yuri Gerstein. He got his doctorate at Stalingrad Polytechnica, and then moved to New Jersey after the Soviet Union fell, which I guess was nice by comparison. He's a particle physicist, which I've never held against him. And in what is perhaps his crowning achievement, he's in this poem. It is a Thursday afternoon when Dr. Gerstein tells me we never really touch anything. Electrostatics keep the trillion stubborn nuclei of our fingers mere angstroms away. He says the closest we get to bridging that chasm is the friendly theft of electrons after a wool sock carpet shuffle. In a crowded place, our hands brush. And the physicist in his tower of diagrams and Greek abstractions is silent. But the poet speaks, and he says, quickly now, while the observers are distracted, let us bend a couple laws, our little misdemeanors, and touch with gentle pressure, damn the angstroms, damn the atoms, damn the trillion little pushes we so vainly push against. We are here, we are together, and by Gershon, we are touching.
I don't want to brag, but I just want to point out that I think this is the only place in town where you can come and in the span of 2 minutes you can get comedy, poetry that touches your heart, and an education all together. Oh yeah, we do what we can. Thank you. Next up, we have Kimberly R.
I feel him from across the room. His eyes say hello, and our spirits flirt. As he moves, almost floating towards me, watching me closely. He walks slowly around me, inhaling the scent of me, gently surveying me with his fingertips. He stops. There's an intense gaze between us, with chemistry so thick that it permeates the air. We're standing there still, but the room seems to be moving around us in slow motion. I inhale deeply. Then I remember. I listened to his silence when he couldn't find the words to speak. I walked with him on dusty roads way out in the county because that's where he felt most free. And if need be, I'd stand with him in the middle of the street in the rain until he found his way. As custom as his fingerprints, for him, I was designed to complement. You see, in another lifetime, his spirit dared to love mine. He painted his love across my heart with abstract designs and vivid colors with broad paint strokes. And with his first breath in this life, he redeemed me. I am the confidence in his doubts, the rainbows that traverse across his cloudy skies. My light dances across the oceans of his dreams. As custom as his fingerprints, for him, I was designed to complement. I love him. Even when you can't see me, you feel my presence as I stroll through the kingdom of his thoughts, firmly seated on the throne of his heart. Wherever he is, there too am I. So for all of eternity, wherever he is, there too shall I be. I love him.
Kimberly was doing early, and she was like, "Where is that sign-up list? I missed it last time. I'm not missing it again." So just so you know, the sign-up list goes out at 6 o'clock sharp on the dot. We're very precise with that. Third Sunday of every month, right at this table. So if you don't get to read, and you're like, "Man, I really want to do that," be here at 6 o'clock. 4 Sundays from now, unless it's one of those weird months that has 5 Sundays. Third Sunday of every month. That's what you need to know. Your next reader is Elizabeth.
Hello. Hi.
How do you do?
All right, this poem is called High Dive in Winter. In the new house we sleep in our own beds. There's no landlord, and the scorpions do not follow us. Every article shaken loose, removed from its box. The stuffed tiles revive a memory of baby teeth taking a spill. The oleanders meet us again. Milky blooms formed into trees. Almost. This time, there are no secrets between us. Their petals scatter. The windows face north, west. It's 15 years since we passed the last exit. We've driven through the question, should we turn back? People stop asking when I'm going to have another kid. Finally, the news catches on. I count pieces of fruit, slices of bread, a carton of milk, and begin to buy in bulk. Through shared walls, the neighbors remain muffled conversations and a sliding door closing. Garage doors line the streets by threes, and every dog barks at the whiff of its stranger, but it's only the neighbor who said hello once. We've never climbed the high dive, and it doesn't exist at the new community pool. Still, I have a memory of standing at the top with you, delivered once and for all from the sky-high debt, delivered by degrees in the hall of places we've left behind. Breathe freely. We can breathe freely. But then I forget. It's almost Lent. There are 2 pieces of chinamango, a sleeve of water crackers. I consider giving up sweets. There's millet we never ground in the shutdown. Worst comes to worst, after the oracle's broadcast, we visit the dead, we light the candles, we give thanks. Burn the palms and smear the ash, receive what's offered, then go home to wash our faces, while troops assemble and my son picks out a melody note by note. I'm reading the passage for meaning. The sunrise reminds me, the night startles me awake. On occasion, I am crying in the front row. There are electric guitars, pedals, and as two or more are gathered, the one who unites us. Otherwise, it's the usual. I knock on the bathroom door. It's time to get out. It's late. The hot water spends. I sit with the mystery as long as possible, then suddenly I replay the argument from last week. I count steps backwards to the resurrection. Breathe freely. I remember now. It's winter in the desert. The Hoover Dam of childhood churns slowly, but there's a surprise waterfall. Everyone hears, and no one sees. The mist dampens my face. I remember. This is no time to play at love. I put my face in the fountain. I soak everything I have in your words. Wring out the refuse. See the places where the dye bleeds into the nuts. Breathe freely.
About this event that's coming up. It's not our event, but we're like involved in this event. It's like super exciting for me. So there's a series of women in music events, and Wednesday of next week in St. Stephen's Music Hall, which is just up that ramp and like a couple doors to the left over there, there is a women in music event that we are also going to be a part of. We have some readers from our community who are going to read some things there, and like I have like some musician friends who are like really super musicians and some poet friends who are really super poets. And I'm like, yes, Wednesday, can't wait. So you guys should go to that too. It's going to be really cool. Anyway, your next reader is Lexi Rollins.
Hello. It's my first time. In the beginning, it starts off a little raunchy, but like it simmers out. But like just a trigger warning, like it gets a little like PG-13.
Turn the mic down just a little bit. Yeah.
Can everybody hear me? Okay. He said he wanted to smother his face in between my legs, and he doesn't even know my middle name. It was almost a threat the way he explained how he wanted to devour me whole, the way he described how he would pleasure me. It sounded more like he only wanted to suck the life out of me, drain me dry and leave me there to rot. And I know how you see me. I know what you think of me, but it's not my job to change your perception of me. If you have to minimize who I am so it's more digestible for you, that is not my issue. I am too comfortable with who I am that I will never have to beg for you to understand me. And I do not desire to put myself on a platter that suits your perception better. It is not my responsibility to make myself easier for your impatience to chew. I hope that you choke on all that I am. Or better yet, don't waste the time prepping to taste me. For I am not one to be devoured, but something to savor. Take your time. I'm not a quick meal for nights if you don't feel like putting in effort. And I would melt in your mouth if you took the time to marinate and tenderize me first. Baby, I could feed you for days. You want a quick and easy meal, but I know I require a multi-step preparation before even thinking about cooking. And you get upset when I'm bitter and tough. Bitter and tough because you don't follow instructions. You don't love or care, and it shows. I was never something meant for you. Too many steps, too many ingredients, too much time needed to be put in, too much for you. And that's okay. But you don't get a shorter list of ingredients. You don't get a quicker prep. You don't get to indulge in all that I am because I won't and I can't change the recipe. I will never be your snack, for I know I'm the whole damn meal.
Keep going, keep going. Yeah. I'm picking a tally here. We've heard 5 first-timers so far this week. Y'all, every one of keep coming back, please. Okay. I think I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was. Matthew, you are up.
Hello. This first one is called A Valley of Importance. A valley of importance, where the cruelest of beauty lies in lush sprouts, how the wind catches in the dying tree branches, where once you would walk for hours as the sun just droops lower, thinking of the times you would sit in those lamp-baked rooms, wondering how the outside was growing and shrinking all the same. Who can capture such beauty? Where did the greats go that you have not? What eyes did they use to see? The purest. This next one is called Waldorf Jazz. Wilted willows lay bark broken on my feet, scattered aimlessly in unknown symbols. It appears to me a face, subtle and yet it felt entirely real. Only in the staggering, dilapidated twilight does it become clear. The thing in shallow brush, finally shown in little light. And this last one is called Burgundy. Blood oak trees dance slowly around lost souls of idle infatuation, seeing through blank stares something unknown even to me, trying to reach out and take hold of the decrepit branches, but alas, they fall down, moving in space of nothing, trying to cling amongst the groves that held superficial lives of brittle creation.
Thank you, Matthew. What a dapper outfit, too, man. Just comment. You really selling that, like, yes, I got my tenure last year. I love the literary look. It's good. So I think I should mention to you, we're a non-profit, and that means that we don't profit. The words have power, y'all. So what do we do? How do we keep going? Well, we have a donation bucket over there. So, like, if you feel like, you know what, in this economy, I'm just overflowing with cash, and I would love to just throw some away for, it's not throwing away, it's, oh God, it's really hot up here. Anyway, if you like what you see and you want to donate to us, we'd love to take your donation. We also accept them online at our website. Yeah, cool. Next up is Victoria.
I have like cried about a lot, so I was like, I gotta put it down. So this is the poem, Putting It Down. Trigger warning for implicit bias, and if your name is Katie, Emma, or Madison, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This poem is called Nesting Dog. They treat me like I'm sturdy, as if this brown skin was made to stand up against harsh elements, as if this brown body is fireproof, as if this black body is a fortress, a storm shelter, as if I chose to carry the weight of being a strong black woman. You see, a strong black woman has to be a Swiss Army knife. She has to have her own six. She has to be all the things all the time. Because when she was a little girl, they treated her like she was a grown woman. And when she was a grown woman, they kept telling her, you got this. Even when she didn't got this. Even when it was breaking her back, even when it was hollowing her out and leaving her empty on the inside, even when she was wailing in pain and anguish, even when she did reach out, because she was drowning and bleeding and breaking. What do I gotta do to get some help in here? For months and months, I found myself thinking, would you finally see me and hear me and believe me if I was an Emma, a Madison, or a Katie? Young, pretty, thin, white, female. I'm sorry I don't look like your sisters, or your dream girls, or your mothers, or you. I'm sorry that your grandparents probably wouldn't shake my brown hand. I try again and again to explain where it hurts, and your response always makes me feel 2 inches tall. You tell me it's all in my head. No, it's all in your head. Ain't I a woman? Ain't I a woman too? But I get it, I finally get it. I am a black woman who is not in her early 20s, and there is no part of that that you value. It's not even a conscious disregard. It's coming from a place deep, deep inside of you. You are a nesting dog. You don't see it, but I see it. I am not sturdy. I sometimes am just as fragile as those girls you carry over puddles while you tell me to trek through the mud. These strong, independent women with armor little black and brown girls had to put on as we watch you again and again riding off on your white horses to save the Emmas, Madisons, and Katies. Hold on. Who look like your sisters and your daughters and your dream girls and yourself. I'm not mad at them. Those girls, those women matter, but so do I. I am not less worthy, no matter what you really think about me. Who do I gotta be to get some help in here? You treat me like I'm sturdy, as if brown and black girls don't cry themselves to sleep at night, as if we don't need to be held and talked to gently, as if we never need a wellness check, as if we have no right to be angry in a world that is equal parts beautiful and full of shit, as if this body doesn't unravel and collapse under the weight of existing in spaces where people don't treat us like people, and yet I still love you. Well, I did. But I didn't write a love poem for you. I wrote a cry for help. Why is it that I saw all the good in you, but you never saw anything sacred and worth protecting in me?
So grateful that this community is a place where people like come to do the "this is me putting it down" poems. Every time someone says something like that, I'm like, all right, my seatbelt's on. It's gonna be a good one. Okay, your next poet is Maya Webster.
I'm here. Ellen Dillon better get back. Oh wait, there they are. Hi, so I'm Maya. This one, trigger warning for violence and domestic violence. This is about a bad time. It is tentatively called, it's new, so it's a bit rough. It's called If I Hadn't Left. The fridge is full of food, cooked and uncooked and uncovered. Bowls of long forgotten meals turn to liquid, drip down the shelves, pool in sticky puddles on the floor. I think you would have shot me in the shower, wrapped my body in the plastic curtain, its folds spotted with mold and webbed with clumps of hair that had not yet clogged the drain. The laundry basket is overflowing. Towels soaked in rancid water from the sink, grease and the detritus of uneaten food, bits of glass you broke, another glass sliced open, the palm of your hand, your blood all over, they turn furred and green, and hot water will not wash it clean. I think you would have dragged me outside, the cats laughing at the warm red trail I left, pulled me through the garden, piled with leaves, the mass of me, moving them aside, splitting the cold, wet top to reveal the hot slickness of rot beneath. The washer leaks, a spray from where the wall and machine meet. The wood around it is soft and spongy, breaking off into my fingers as I reach my fist around to twist the knobs, and the washer stinks. The black growth of things left too long, the ink of all your pens, bits of metal and glass broken off and rags you threw in with what was clean. I think you would have taken the axe to my body, grunting with the effort of splitting fat and flesh and bone, screaming as you always did, chopping wood in anger. You never much minded what the neighbors saw or heard. I bet you would have also called my dead body a pathetic whore. The floor is covered in the dusty footprints of cat litter, the mud you track in, the white dust of death from the siding of the very house we live, and it smells thick
too sweet and heavy. The cat's shit never taken out. The litter boxes never cleaned. The trash cans packed full with it and beer bottles and bloody gauze. I think you would have hidden me in all the places you badly hid your problems. The back of the kitchen cabinet and beneath the bed and the bottom of the closets. And maybe you would have tossed my head and hands into the fireplace, poured lighter fluid over me, your favorite method of indoor fire starting, and the scent of burning hair and melting skin would join the air. And eventually on the screen, some YouTuber in a video sponsored by Casetify would have said I lit up every room I entered. Thank you.
I was like trying to think of. I was gonna make a thing of like, I love horror movies. I'm getting spooky season early, and I was like, that's just not. Great job, Maya. Thank you. Milo, you're up.
It's going to be a very drastic tone shift. I'm very sorry. I have a guest speaker up with me. His name is Jam Jam. My name is Milo. There was a little mouse in a house. A block of cheese is where he'd be. He pops out for visits and looks for tidbits. Happy as can be, he has no need to flee. One day, the owners got scared. They set out traps to be prepared. But the mouse was an acrobat. The traps act as a snack. The owner got a cat for fright, but the mouse wasn't scared to fight. He encountered the cat one night when he was looking for a bite. He pulled out his crutch, "Hi-ya!" and shot the cat ran away out the door afraid. The owners leave him be, and he lived happy. The end.
Yes, one more time. First time reader. And like a cute little critter. Speaking of critters, I'll bring critters. I will comment on it every time. Your next reader is Sarah Citron.
Hi. I am going to read you a poem about Alabama. I'm going to grow my hair out all winter. Make it so auburn you want to be buried in red clay. Alabama. I know fear and instinct share a similar mother. Grow my hair out, red clay. Alabama. When I'm raised from the dead, nobody bats an eye. That's it. This is a new one, which is sort of rare. Nope. That's not what I'm looking for. Sure. Here we go. Storm hands, you are a daughter at a time. Not a soft rain, not a bright ringing. Katrina broke the levees, and there you were, playing with your wind contraptions on rollerblades. Stronger than you realized, something a little darker than anybody wanted it to be. Dark clouds, light veins. Your mother the earth is tired, and so are you while you're remaking things. Grow your hair so long you can get lost in dark holes. Hair. Break a regular front yard and bury your longing, rabbit. Spit things out. Run with them. Put them behind your ear, rabbit. Remember when we could be anything but tigers? I am not asking. Remember who you are. It is going to get worse. It is going to get worse, and you are going to live in it anyway. Every day, making footprints in the sand of that broken hourglass, making light where you don't see any, making tables to eat at, regardless of the food. We can't gauge distance in darkness, so of course, the preparation is hope. Folding napkins at each place, just in case they make it this far. Remembering the feel of light on our lids, so if it finds us, we aren't blind.
But hope, my little love, is not positive. It is a fully flown wretch. It knows no light but what it remembers its own eyes into. Hope is derelict, but knows in its palms and marrow what all winter sparrows know about the spring, even the ones that do not make it there. One more. All right. I have this one. Love me like I do everybody. I want you to make art out of me. I want the way I look for the ones I love in a crowd, in a water. Let me be looked for. Chase me down the street. I hope sometimes you'll come real close to capture my lipstick, to put me on paper, to say like I say to myself, today you are the 40s, black and white and rye. Let me grow and turn under moons and into things and back out of them underneath the window. Let him be pouring in through the cracks in the sill. Come closer, baby. It's high time. It's high time. It's high tide. You run head first, you come out alive again.
So, and not only does Sarah write poems, she also does visual arts, and she's in fact designed some of the covers of our anthologies. And I mentioned we have anthologies. Maybe the people in this room tonight are in those anthologies. So check them out, maybe. The next reader is Sarah Sane.
Go to the waves, little fish, and leave there the man that their God left in your belly to teach him obedience. Sorry. I was born in the year of the snake, born in the image of a god. Was I cursed to crawl on my belly, or is this legless body that of the divine? Vain and high-tempered with a tendency towards physical beauty. Born in the image of a vain god, an angry one, a beautiful one. I was born in the year of the snake, under the sun of the sea-goat, while the moon had a stinging tail and a set of heavy claws. A day late for the solar mother's birthday, but the same minute as the mother who grew me. The same minute and the same snake. Youthful, controlled venom turned to a controlled bite and a discerning, flickering tongue. And Artemis said to her father, "Give me a mountain and an expanse of woodlands filled with deer, fox, and fowl. Give me one city that knows my name, where the daughters whisper it like a spell, on nights that settle heavy and on days that scorch. Give me elemental attendants. Fill the forest's glittering pools with nymphs and sprightly spirits, and then give me a bow to hold our peace. And above all, let me never marry. Give me my body as my own ancestral land. Make me the sovereign goddess of my own soul and my own bone and my own roots and my own flesh." And so it was.
There was a moment there where she was speaking and the snap sounded like rainfall. I was like, oh shit, that's the crowd that's attacking right now. Just point it out. Your next reader, we're getting close to the end here. Your next reader is The Ordinary Occupation.
Apologies, beloved souls. The Ordinary Occupation could not attend. I received a telegram and they are attending to the business elsewhere. They will return like a threat. I have 3 pieces I am set tonight. Sedation. No one is okay. That's okay. The inky black calls my name again and again, rolling I hide from the voice internal, infernal, half-digested Christianity bursts from trauma wounds so deep they say this too will pass. Melatonin chuckles. Sedation drags me into the darkness again. On the nature of pandementiality. Twitch, buzz, twitch, buzz. A bead of sweat concern has turned into fear and may yet blossom into terror. The body is fluid, but the mind is locked. Here it comes again, another piece just like the last one, driven into me, downloaded, archived, and I am split in two. My thoughts are not my own, not alone. 2 mouths open, 2 voices cry out, twitch, buzz, twitch, buzz, shift, roll. It follows, worlds open, alien and confusing. Primitive understanding tries to address. Cognition wheels cannot process the solution. The pieces multiply. Time fries, and all is endless dissociation. The mind is locked. Another piece is coming. Consciousness and subconsciousness merge and double. I don't think I'm going to stop this time. I think it may kill me or drive the last of my sanity underground. Sleep is absent. Forgotten gods of mythic laws hold their collective breath. Eons roll, monsters rise, civilizations crumble. Misremembered and alive, time trapped the mind game, the masquerade beckons. Partners change masks, pretend to mystery. Mystery pretends to love. Windy fog and cold breezes, hearts are frozen. Mind clap the time game, everybody loses, everything changes, the revolution fails again. While saints betray the sinners, memory is crowned king, hearts are broken, forgotten gods of mythic loss hold their collective breath. A moment, a millennium, tomorrow is dying, yesterday never was, this moment is forever, this moment never fucking happened. Forgotten gods remember, they remember you.
Excuse me, artists filling in for The Ordinary Occupation. Is this your first time here? Yes! One more time, please! And the theatrics to boot. Okay. So, we have a couple more readers for you. These people have requested not to be